Nima Seva. Distrena TV na so. Wono se go Nima Seva. Distrena TV na so. Distrena TV no again. Eke bele si woka. Distrena TV no again. Eke bene ye woka. We Doro people, thank you. Our brother people, thank you. One not say Nima Kanteba. Distrena TV no again. Yekepa, you go queen, thank you. For Jala, thank you. One of you go Mehnsonnoh, one of you go Tappita, one of you go Gbarwee, one of you go Boyitima, one of you go Saclpea. It's awesome. This Distrena TV no again. Ekebe wona yeka. Distrena TV no again. Ekebe wona yoga. Distrena TV la so. Distrena TV la so. Wono se go Nima Seva. Distrena TV no again. Tene Kotee, Erokola, Molega. Thank you. MC Gbarwee, CEO of Distrena TV. Thank you. You are in America. You are in Europe. You are in China. Even in Africa. Nima can't take close to you. Nima can't take close to you. Distrena TV will show you. I read it from Nima Kante. Distrena TV will show you. Any news from Nima Kante. I read it from Nima Kante. Distrena TV will show. Distrena TV will show you what you never see before. Distrena TV will show you that you never heard before. Distrena TV will tell you those things you never heard before. I read it from Nima Kante. So. Distrena TV na so. Distrena TV na so. Mama, no people thank you for supporting Distrena TV. Our great people thank you for listening to Distrena TV. Your people thank you for your support to Distrena TV. Zoso, I go to my ass. I am Lily Record. My Yekepa program on Distrena TV. I say you need go hour on Distrena TV. Sports and entertainment run by Distrena TV. Religious matter, they are all on Distrena TV. Everything from Nima Kante. Distrena TV has all. You need go hour on Distrena TV. Health and education on Distrena TV. One game. The little things that matters, they're on Distrena TV. Our program presenters, MC Gbarwee, Magdan, Yan Flobo, Timothy Weir. What you want, you on Distrena TV. Bishop baby, you are on Distrena TV. Stable Radio, Mehnsonnoh,
And I said to the anger of my audience at one time, and I was rather uncharitable, that the problem with Africa is that those who have ideas have no power and those with power have no ideas. And that in many ways still informs. So you have all these ideas on how we can green Africa. I listen to you and I can see you are babbling with ideas. but you don't have the power. And the fellow with power has completely no idea. And yet somehow, and this I think is your problem, when the electorate is given the choice between you with ideas and the one without ideas, the Africans' affinity for people without ideas is amazing. It's amazing. And I said, to the anger of my audience at one time, and I was rather uncharitable, that the problem with Africa is that those who have ideas have no power, and those with power have no ideas. And in which kind of country will you want your children to be? This is the question. It is not about you and me. It is about them. This is intergenerational. After we have elected them, you'll then see them sending their arrows ahead. You'll see Bill Gates come and meet your president. You'll see Tony Blair come and meet your president. You'll see Macron come and meet your president. You'll see all of them. And then they will never admit, but they'll be told, if you want money in agriculture, behave this way. If you want money in this area, behave this way. They will never tell that to the Chinese. They will never tell that to the Indians. They will never tell that to the Vietnamese. They will never tell that to the Koreans. But in Africa, they tell us. That is why, as I speak to you now, under this new scramble, the IMF and the World Bank are back, telling you who to hire in your universities, what to sell and what not to sell. It is a sad situation. So today, as I look at Africa in that new scramble, the Chinese are here, the Turks are here, the British are here, the French are here, the Qataris are here, the Americans are here. This time round, they are so subtle that we don't even recognize them, but they control us. What are we going to do about it? In order to develop, we must do something. It has also been demonstrated that it can be done. I've traveled across this continent and I've seen that development is possible. You go to Rwanda now. They are demonstrating that it can be done. Go to Kigali now. See what they are doing in the health sector in their own small way. See how they are collaborating in the area of mobile telephony in their own small way. It can be done. I've been to Botswana and I've seen what they are doing in their own small way. I've been to Mauritius, see what they are doing in their own small way. And they do not have the resources that other countries have. And I'm giving these examples to say that indeed it can be done, and it can be done within the continent of Africa. So what we must do is to begin to pull together. We have 55 telephone access codes. Nigeria 234, Ghana 233, Kenya 254, Tanzania 255, Uganda 256, Zambia 260, Zimbabwe 263. How can we, in this day and age, you cross into Benin, you cross into Togo, you cross into Guinea-Bissau, you have a different internet connectivity. Why can't Africa have a single satellite and a single telephone code, so that when I travel from Mogadishu in Somalia to Dhaka in Senegal, like the Chinese do, like the Americans do, like the Indians do, we can have the same.
Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Yeah, oh, you will listen to mama. Yeah, oh, you will together and feel alright. Hear the children crying, one love. Hear the children crying, one more. Give your thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Let them all pass on there. Dirty remarks. One love. There is one question I would really love to ask. One heart. Is there a place for hopeless sinners? One love. Get on mankind just to serve his own beliefs. One love.
What about the one heart?
One heart.
What about? All right. So, what a pleasant way to welcome all of you today to the September 4th edition of the Truth of the Matter. Want to say good evening, good night, good morning to all of you who have tuned in. Keep sharing this live podcast with somebody in your reach. Our dynamic guest is here tonight. He's pretty much seated. I can see the bike. I believe he's joining us tonight from the top of Mount Nimba in Yekepa, Nimba County. But he's in the bike and would love to welcome all of you who have joined us here tonight on the Truth of the Matter. My name is Ambassador Edmund C. Gbarwee, and we are currently being relayed live on radio Larwheyii 92.3 FM in Tappita, Nimba County. Thanks to Uriah Jr. Of course, the guy is my comrade. He and I graduated from Christian High School in Tappita. So good evening to all of you who have joined in. We've also been relayed live on radio voice of Yarwin Mehnsonnoh in Zekepa, Nimba County. So we'd like to say good evening to all of you. We are equally live on radio Saclpea in Nimba County and live on radio voice of Yarmein in Yekepa, Nimba County. So good day to all of you who have joined us. Yes, my name is Ambassador Edmund Walakewon, but I am always your humble servant with a couple of co-hosts. One of them is Laha Masakoi, who is currently at control at radio voice of Yarmein in Yekepa. Good evening, Laha, and you and all of the people of Yarmein Administrative District and District number 3 and getting Guinea as well. So we want to say good evening to the people of Saclpea. Our man Rufus, not Rufus, but Uriah Goah Jr. is pretty much seated there. And good evening to the people of Saclpea. Keep sharing this live video. You can get us on Nimba D9 TV on not WhatsApp, but YouTube and Facebook. You can also get this broadcast on radio voice of Yarwin Mehnsonnoh on Facebook as well and on the radio station. So good evening. We always have started by greeting the people of District number 9 and their representative Taiwan. The people of District number 8, Honorable say Sylvester Miana and his citizens. The people of District number 7, Honorable Musa Hassan Bility and his people. The people of District number 6, Honorable Tuan Glikia, understand he got some administrative position now at the Capitol building. Kudos to you and the people of District 6. We hope that will resonate very well with your constituents. Good evening to the people of District number 5, Gbarwee Samuel Koga. And then good evening to the people of District number 4, Honest Marcier. Good evening to District number 3, Nekege. Good evening to District number 2, Nya Flomo, who is the co-chair for this institution. And good evening to District number 1. Good evening to the superintendent, call me up Gono, the lady who is from Sekepa. She from under the big tree there called Sekepa. Good evening, Madam Superintendent. And good evening to Vice President Jeremiah. Good evening to Prince Yarmein Johnson and all of our city mayors, one and all our health workers, our paper riders, our drivers. Without not much that we do, today we have a wonderful person. Let me put him on the screen and let's do a check and see whether he can hear us and we can hear him. Good evening, sir. You can hear us?
Thank you so much. I'm getting you, even though there is some intermittent brain, but you are good.
Okay, great. So, well, we want to say welcome to the broadcast. And this is the program called The Truth of the Matter. For the best of all of us, those who have joined us, we'd like to recognize them tonight. And we will recognize Guancano Lawrence to play. He is Nimba D9 TV sports correspondent, lead correspondent. He is following us live on Saclpea Nimba Kante. We'd like to recognize G. Mieto Bia. He said, the peace-loving people of Zekepa. He's watching us from Yekepa Nimba Kante. Patrick Davis, he said, I join you guys on Gatnesville Town Hall community. A proud son of Zekepa Nimba Kante District number 9. Jeremiah Kona said, good evening. I'm watching you people live in Gbarwee Township District number 4, Nimba Kante. Thank you for always joining us on Gbarwee in Nimba Kante. Uriah Goah has joined us as well, and we've been relayed by him. Uriah Jr. is relaying us. Rufus Bob Dorliea said he's watching us from Zekepa at Radio Voice of Yarwin, Mehnsonnoh. And then we have Abraham Genesis Nya. He said, I'm watching you from Dole Community District number 14, Maserati County. We had Thomas Vulu. He said, I'm following from Grandpa Tens to Maryland for the great work done, gentlemen. So these are people and tons of others who are following this broadcast. Dr. Kwayeke Yowa said he's closely following. And indeed, we want to say welcome to the broadcast. So just in case you tune in, this is the program called The Truth of the Matter. This is where we bring professional people, we bring the ordinary man, we bring the paper and riders, one and all, and we talk about community development activities. We'd like to recognize the radio team, the journalists at Radio Voice of Yarwin, who took up the time today ahead of this very fascinating broadcast. We want to clean up the legislative office of District number 9. We want to say goodness to you. But without not much that we do, we're going to go to our guest. He's going to introduce himself, for example, and tell us who is on the screen tonight. So, welcome to the broadcast.
Okay, thank you very much. Introduction. First of all, I'd like to appreciate you and your co-host for this unique program and the opportunity that you give me to be a part of this program. I think we are all in the learning curve, and the opportunity that I have today is immense, and I must congratulate you.
Okay,
Titus K, Payzine Sr. I was born in Zekepa, Yarwin, Mehnsonnoh County District.
We will be challenged tonight with the internet connectivity. I don't know whether Titus, you are hearing us. Can you hear us? Okay, we're going to put Titus in the back a little bit, and then we're going to bring him back on. It's the internet that is causing this problem from his end. So we'd like to say welcome to all of you who have joined this broadcast. Indeed, this is the program called The Truth of the Matter. Tell us how well you're receiving the audio tonight. And Titus is here tonight to discuss the topic about youth empowerment and its benefits on community development. Jackson T. Koe, he is the CEO of the Walakewon Foundation. He has joined us and he's following us. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you, dear brother. And you and all of your team of volunteers for what you continue to do. So Titus is back on here. We will try to get him back here as well. Let's see what we can get Titus back here. I believe it's the internet that is doing this from his end. But be as it may, if this do continue, we will call him direct tonight. This conversation tonight is very, very important. So thanks to all of you who have joined in, and he's back on. So let's just get it. Yes, you are back. We believe it's the internet, so you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, let me just apologize because it's raining in Yekepa, cats and dog, and we are having this intermittent break in internet connectivity. So I'm sorry, I may break in or break out, and I hope the message should be through. Are you getting me clear?
Yeah, we are getting you loud and clear, except that you just have to now
All right, thank you very
reintroduce
much.
yourself.
I was saying, I was trying to introduce myself.
Oh, wow. So we're still having some difficulties there. Can you hear us? If this do continue, we're going to call him direct because we don't want our audience to keep waiting. So this is sometimes what can happen, but never mind. Be there. Keep sending in your comments. Keep sharing this live video. Let's take a musical break and let me talk to him direct, and whatsoever it is, we might probably just
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying. One love. Hear the children crying. One heart. Give your thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright.
Okay, so we now have Titus back on the line. I hope
Remember, so that I can get you, call you. If you give me a number, I can call you
Yes,
directly.
so
I got money on my phone. So
yes, so sure, we will actually give you a number, so you can just log out. You can just log out. Sorry, our fellow viewers.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying. One love. Hear the children crying. One heart. Give your thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright.
If we continue on this path we are on now, it will be good. I think we are more than maybe 2,000 young librarians that are employed. Imagine getting 2,000 more people on board. What will they do for our country?
Oh, where do I start?
What you see as Saclpea is doing, if you look around the country, you wouldn't find such an investment. When I came to Liberia, it wasn't easy to get a job. There were times where you were told to
Okay, so once again, we want to say never mind. So Titus will soon be joining us by way of phone from Yekepa, Nimba County. Very shortly, we will have Titus on the phone, and he will be here to discuss this very important topic with us tonight. So just be very patient. And this is the program called The Truth of the Matter. And good evening to all of you. Good evening to my uncle Anthony Dan there in Tappita, in New Tappita, around the New Tappita, the bypass community. Good evening to all of our Baptist pastors and reverends and deacons and choir stars and everybody. Pastor Kedo Doyen, Pastor Peter Nia, and the rest of the pastors in Saclpea, in Nimba, in Bomb County, wherever you are, and listening to us, you can just join us here tonight, and that would be really, really good. So Titus is now calling on the phone, and we will have him now on the phone. His picture up on the screen, and that we can have him here. Good evening, sir.
okay, good evening, and to Radio Nimba, Radio G9. This is Titus K, Payzine. I'm clear.
Yes, you are clear. You are very, very clear from our end, and we now want you to continue to kind of introduce yourself for the benefit of our audience. Who is this guest?
Thank you very much, D9 TV. I am glad to be part of this program today. It's actually an opportunity for me to be a part of this program and to be a host to this unique program. I'm Titus K, Payzine Sr. I am the son of Zekepa, Yarmein County District number. And my parents are deceased, the late Socrates, Mr. and Mrs. Brown Payzine. Education, I actually have a diploma in construction engineering, BSc in economics from I attended the Kotee Nagbe University College and graduated from the University of Liberia. I also hold several postgraduate advanced master certificates in supply chain management from the University of San Francisco, United States of America. And several certificates in mining operative at the Saclpea mining company in Liberia.
Wow.
Yes, I have several work experience, work history. I worked as an instructor for Ghana United Methodist School in 1986 when I was at Cottington. I used to go there every vacation. I teach, and sometimes when when there's no money to go to school, I go to Ghana Methodist and teach. I graduated from the St. Francis High School in Tappita and from the junior high school and attended the Ghana United Methodist School, high school. And I also serve as instructor of Ghana United Methodist High School, Mathematics and Economics. I also taught at the St. Francis High School, Mathematics and Economics. And to get Memorial High School during the war, I taught there. And I ended teaching at the Tulsa Memorial High School. I also taught as teacher assistant at the University of Liberia. There for a brief time, especially when I was teaching, assisting one of my professors in the accounts department. I worked for the United Methodist Committee on relief on school feeding, especially during the time of the war, where I was particularly concerned with the school, children going back to school, the youth going back to school to empower them. And I also worked with the ex-combatants at the DDR program, YMCA, and I became a training officer. I also worked 2008 with the oil mill as personnel manager for all the contractors for oil mill in Liberia. Presently, I'm working with ArcelorMittal as a procurement specialist.
Wow.
So there where I am when it comes to my work and my educational background.
Okay, so just in case you tune in, either you have tuned into radio, voice of Yarmein in Yekepa, the voice you're hearing and the man you see on the screen of Nimba D9 TV is called Titus K, Payzine Sr. He has just introduced himself. Because of bad weather condition from Yekepa, he could not continue on the live stream, but kudos to technology, his via phone and his photo is now on the stream. So just in case you are in Saclpea and listening to Radio Saclpea, this is the program called The Truth of the Matter. And our guest tonight is Titus K, Payzine Sr., who works for Saclpea, Liberia. As you just heard it, he's calling us tonight from Yekepa. Just in case you are in his hometown in Zekepa, Nimba County. Of course, I know all of the people in Gbarwee, Gangwing, when they are glued to the radio tonight, to their own son, their brother, their uncle. The voice you're hearing and the man you're watching and seeing on the screen is Titus K, Payzine. And in case you are at St. Francis campus, maybe to the hospital, to the clinic, and the voice you hear here on Radio Larwheyii is Titus, and his common name we usually call he is TK. TK is here with us tonight. But well, tonight we have invited you, and thanks for this very short notice. And because this platform is meant to speak to all of our stakeholders, people who sometimes people like, oh, let's just pass that person. Let's go to the politician. No, those are people that we need to hear from. And this is why the pimping riders, they drive us. the guys who pay in the Kino. Everybody is unique to Nimba D9 TV. Our topic on a discussion tonight that will sit and listen to you for at least 3 minutes is about youth empowerment and its benefits to community development. We will listen to you for 3 minutes to drill us through, and then from there we'll move on into this interview.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this is an exciting topic, and it's actually compelling that I take positive step to just give you some good definition of what youth empowerment, or some view on how or what youth empowerment entails. Youth empowerment is actually the process where children and young people are encouraged to take charge of the situation and then take actions in order to improve their access to resources and transform their consciousness through their beliefs, values, and attitudes. All it is, I'm saying that the empowerment of youth is our responsibility to encourage the youth of their life. And this is done by addressing the situation and then take action in order to improve the access to resources. How can they get resources to improve themselves, to transform themselves, and what are the resources that they need to transform, to empower themselves? So in this way, that we transform their consciousness, how they think, how they believe, and to improve their beliefs and their values and their attitudes. So I mean, this is actually the most important and cardinal points where the youth empowerment is all process. There are a lot of factors and yardsticks that determine youth empowerment, which I will go through. But I think they have asked me to give you the preview or the preview of what youth empowerment entails.
Absolutely.
And then we will, if you want me to proceed, I can go right ahead.
Yes, please do. Please do. Please do.
Okay.
Yeah, please do.
What is actually youth empowerment? I'll be using the words interchangeably: youth empowerment and youth development. I think youth development empowers the youth. So I will look at youth development. A positive youth development is an intentional pro-social approach that engages youth in their communities, in their schools, in their organization, in their peer groups, and families in a manner that is productive and constructive, that recognizes and utilizes and enhances young people's strength and promotes positive outcomes for young people by providing opportunities, fostering positive and furnishing the support needed to build on their leadership. The youth development approach actually emphasizes the importance of meeting young people where they are, physically, academically, socially, and emotionally.
Are you still with us? Okay. We hope. I believe there's something wrong. Actually, the network might be giving problem. But again, we will allow you to just be there while we await Titus to rejoin us. But be as it may, wherever you are, this is Nimba D9 TV, and this is where we come here to share with you information that you will use for the.
If we continue on this path we are on now, it will be good. I think we are more than maybe 2,000 young librarians that are employed. Imagine getting 2,000 more people.
Night, So okay, we are back, and let's say never mind. Our guest is now back. Yes, you can go ahead. 2 more minutes, then we move forward.
I'm just sorry for the internet because it's raining here in Yekepa very heavily. Are you still getting me clear?
Yes, we are hearing you loud and clear. You can go ahead, please.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that I was trying to lay down some of the principles, some of the determining factors what youth development entails. The youth development is actually a positive youth development is intentional. It's actually pro-social approach that engages youth in their communities. It's an approach where you look at the youth in the community, in the school, in the organization, in their group. Are you getting me there?
Yes, we are hearing you. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Youth and families in a manner that is productive and constructive. It recognizes and utilizes and enhances youth strength. Youth development promotes positive outcomes for young people by providing them opportunities, by fostering positive relationships, and furnishing the support needed to build on the leadership strength. The youth development approach where faith-based organization. It can be the employers, it can be business, it can be the civil acts association, public agencies, focus on recreation, focus on health, focus on safety, and focus on learning. So this is our responsibility. People who are working in non-government institutions, non-profit organizations, the faith-based, we use the churches, the employers, people who employ, the business people, the civil association, and the public agencies are all the people who are responsible for youth development. They range from this development can be done from after-school programs and community centers to monitoring programs and market places. There's staff and volunteers working as cross-system and sector meeting youth wherever they are. You meet the youth in school, you both meet them when you meet them in sport leagues, in sport grounds, in clubs and community centers, as well as in public housing, detention centers, homeless shelters, and hospitals. So these youth are cross-sectionally identified. You can meet them anywhere where they are. You can develop them from there.
Wow. Okay. So thank you.
So I want to go a little bit. Some of the things in the last decades, youth development organizations have strengthened their collective capacity to increase young people access to quality learning settings, both in and out of school, as well as throughout the day and year. So you see, the learning process does not end with school, just the school. It is about also having the kids or the youth to access quality learning places. If you look at our school system nowadays, or go to the schools, those are where we empower our kids. What are the quality of these schools? What are the facilities that we provide for these kids in our schools? And in so many places, look at the hospitals. These people go to the hospital, look at our detention centers. The youth are there. We found it all over the place. So how do we provide the necessary requisite determinant to improve their lives? While there is still much to learn, youth development organization change. It should partner with schools and districts. Together, we prioritize and integrate social, emotional, cognitive, and academic development to address persistent achievement gaps and the need of increasing number of youth who are challenged by poverty.
Wow. So we will hold you on there. We want to say thank you so very much. And thanks to all those who are tuned in. We appreciate you. We understand the rain is very, very heavy in the Yekepa area. Thanks to Laha Masakwe and his team who are relaying us. Mentor Bia says the rain is heavy here in Yekepa. And we also have Kelbo Leo said, Leo Estopa joining you from Tappita City, Nimba Kante. And Leo Topa says he's joining us on Tappita. Okay, we have Elijah Pekau said he's following us on Tappita, Nimba Kante. And this other viewer said, my name is Victor Biawan, following you from Tappita. We appreciate all of you for tuning in tonight. The topic tonight that our guest is discussing is youth empowerment and its benefits to community development. So we will now go back to our guest, Titus K. Payzine. His photo is on the stream. Just in case you want to know the program and nothing else but the truth, to give us more zeal, more encouragement as a way of energizing us to get involved with community development. Good evening, wherever you tune in from. We appreciate you. Keep sharing this live video and we move on. So, well, we will go to this. Growing up as a child and as a young man and as a youth, Titus K. Payzine, in your community, what was that particular exciting memory of your community development that you would like to share with us? And is that happening today? If that is not happening today, what would you like to suggest as a very, very, very good educator and as a professional? We will listen to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me just conclude some of the responsibilities that we and who is responsible for the empowerment and where and when or how does it begin. I understand what your question is. What I can show as some of the determinant for all some of the things that I observed when I was young that encouraged me in the community. When I was growing up, actually, it was a challenging period, but it was good because we have our parents who were behind us and taught us the values. Most young people start and end every day with their family. The family is a central place where specific skills and competencies as well as broader attitudes and values are named and normed. Families play an active role in determining whether other places where young people spend their learning time are places that reinforce and respect the lessons they are taught from home. And one of the most critical decisions families make are selecting schools and identifying opportunities to broaden the children's learning and development. The options, however, can be constrained by availability, affordability, quality, culture or development, appropriateness, transportation, program hours, neighborhood safety, for example. So what I'm trying to say is that empowerment, youth empowerment actually begins with the family. It is the family that lays down the foundation and build the values and the road that determine the child's ability and competency. So the family is a basic unit that we learn from. When I was going to school, I started my school in Tappita, Nimba County in SD Commons, by no more. And we usually, every vacation, we go home to our parents who work 8 hours to 9 hours, determined to learn, to go back every weekend to bring a couple of rest. And it is the advice on our parents. The values that our parents taught us is the foundation upon which that we succeeded today. So the family unit is very important in the determination of youth development. When we come home, some of the things is we learn how to live, we learn how to work. We usually, what I learned really is when I come home, my daddy was a cocoa planter. I will participate in especially this kind of time. It's a time where people in the real estate time where people are making fun. We assist our parents. Now, the grass cutter is not eating all the grass. So when we go home, we're going to focus on fencing the place, the farm, so that we can produce food for the incoming year. But I mean, it was like a custom, the values that we learn to be able to feed ourselves. So for every vacation, the first thing we do is to go home and spend at least 2 weeks with our parents or 3 weeks with our parents and ensure that the family at this hour, at this minute, at this time, the rest farm that they made is safe from destruction from animals. So we do it by fencing that place. So that was another value that I learned from my parents. And then we always sat with them and they tell us fairy tales. There were tales of our parents, how they succeeded, how they failed. And these challenging tales, if you remember, most of you are partners to me who have lived in the interior, who have worked hours and days and stay with your parents. You learn from your parents. But nowadays, what can we show? What can we prove? And these are some of the disconnects that we feel in these days. Our parents, we see that children are now born children. Some of them have no requisite experience and education that we value be transferred to the children. So with these kinds of inappropriateness, we found the disconnect that we face today in our youth development. So firstly, we must have a good family that must be able and will listen to our parents, especially parents that are educated. Some of them are not even educated, but we experience traditional education and other things. We need to listen to them. That is very important. That's one of my push that have gotten me to where I am today.
Wow. Okay, so we'll hold you on there, and we'd like you to go off the line, watch the live video. We are about to open up the lines because we're not prepared to host you on this phone. This phone is actually the callers phone. So you can go off the phone and then watch the live field on Nimba D9 TV, and we'll open up the lines. You can follow, and maybe there will be some questions asked. Then you can come back and respond to them. Then from there, you will give your parting comments. So we want to say thank you yet, and that is Titus Payzine. Titus Payzine is our guest here tonight. He's joining us from Yekepa. He was for Saclpea, Liberia, a procurement specialist, a native of Zekepa, Nimba County, a man who grew up, worked 7-8 hours from Tappita to go to school, and today he is a procurement specialist at Saclpea.
If we continue on this path we are on now, it will be good. I think we are more than maybe 2,000 young Liberians that are employed. Imagine getting 2,000 more people on board. What will they do for our country?
Oh, where do I start?
What you see as Saclpea is doing, if you look around the country, you wouldn't find such an investment. When I came to Liberia, it wasn't easy to get a job. There were times where you were told to forget about the education and just find something else to do.
After the war, 2003, it has been so difficult, and just on a daily basis.
We took a bold step to enter Liberia at that time when nobody wanted to come. Phase 2 represents a paradigm shift in the way you do mining in Africa, and now continue to build, very soon be a world-class mining operations in our country. I think it's amazing, and I'm happy to be part of it.
During the Ebola crisis in 2014, we stayed here. A lot of other companies and contractors left. We supported the government with the fight against the Ebola crisis. After that, we had a period of low iron ore prices where we maintained production, even running a loss. COVID period came along, we stayed. We are in here for the long time, the long term in Liberia, and working with the government, closely with the government as partners.
ArcelorMittal Liberia is the largest contributor to the national budget. Over the last 4 to 5 years, ArcelorMittal Liberia has been the largest taxpayer in Liberia. I'm a Liberian. I am an indigenous Liberian. My name is Dobo. Phase 2 project is an interesting topic that I love personally as a Liberian. Phase 2 promises to bring Liberia on the map. When Phase 2 is in full production, the 15 million ton concentrate, we will be the second largest producer of concentrate in Africa, and job security and security to the country. So Phase 2 brings solution to Liberia as a country.
It's the railway line that is at the moment being refurbished and upgraded to be able to transfer to 30 million tons per annum capacity. We are looking at using 15 million tons, perhaps going to 30 million tons at a later stage. But it gives the railway line another 15 million tons to be shared with potentially other companies, other people that would like to transport material over the railway line in the benefit for the country.
The process we will be using in Phase 2 will be completely different from what is being done now. We have systems in place that Liberians have not seen before. There'll be upskilling of Liberians to be able to use those pieces of equipment, and you are going to elevate that from 1,000 to 5,400 tons per hour. That's a massive jump. We are looking forward to a positive future.
The concentrator is meant to clean our iron ore, and there are a lot of people that will be employed there. In there, you get over thousands of people working there. And those people, they're from Liberia. And those people, they have family at the back. So one person, you work here and you have 10 person that you're sponsoring. Just start checking how many person that will benefit from that concentrator.
It's the first time that we have a concentrator like this, which need to be operated, which need to be maintained. We spending, and we have to spend a lot of time, effort, resources on training. A vocational training center established in Yekepa, which is one of our pockets of excellence really, where we train up people like electricians, mechanics, all kinds of trades to a level which is internationally recognized.
We focus on the community interests, things that benefit the entire community instead of individuals. So that includes social economic development in their communities. So ArcelorMittal is the largest investor and a contributor to social development in our communities. Annually, we pay $3 million. That has helped to make a great impact in our communities. For example, you got schools constructed, clinics, playgrounds, and all of that. So it has helped a whole lot.
ArcelorMittal, great benefit. You know, the benefit our children are going to school, very useful in the community. Like we used to get Yekepa, like we used to get Kotee. Very important, because if our produce cannot go to the market, our children will not be in class.
We've been given a lot of opportunities for the fact that I'm playing the role I'm playing, and then there are other Liberian guys who in similar position. You can see that there's a possibility for growth, and then you feel part of the project. You're contributing to the future of Liberia.
My kids' school fees will be paid, my rent will be paid, my kids will have food, I can afford a car.
And I believe as well that one of the things that if we are successful in getting phase 2 off the ground, it will show the external world what can be done in Liberia, and will have the potential to attract other investors, big investors, to come to Liberia and invest here. AML, as far as I
No, say I know, man, I know. The Bible school I open my hand in, I can read the whole night. The cannot can finish. I will need reading the Quran will finish in the middle. It can't enter my head. I know what to do. Now I can solve the money to do so you can give me idea.
The Bible school going to?
The Bible
school just to learn Bible.
Yeah.
But why waiting in Bible school for you to go learn? You want to know Bible? You can't read your Bible. You can go to school to learn Bible. Bible school where you can teach people there that how to raise offering. Tell people say, oh, and Bible says you must pay your tax. And whatsoever income, pay 10%. Now when you go learn to school.
So what am I going to do now? Or who you think the parent? Who you think the cause behind me? Who you think the parent?
What I see happening to you, either both business not agree with you, or I think your people from your village or your pa, your man, one of them want to kill you. One of them want to kill you. One of them want to kill you. You must cut them. Then you move from behind you. All the best advice I get for you on the other hand too, what I see the thing you need to do is to forget for the whole school business and go to because I good news say I get to get you. Go to Yekepa. Because Arsenal mental feeling open one technical vocational career up to international level. They put 7 million inside that structure and make sure you get dormitory, different things, well equipped material for different trade, plumbing, electrical, different things. Oh, so people going there now to learn how to do private different trading. So you need to go there to do trade. It will be bad for you.
But the way I finish paying all my money to the Bible school, what thing I going to pay then now?
But it ain't taking money from you. There's a program for Arsenal Messiah where they run 100% fees a charge. Oh, free. Only thing you need to go there, apply. You want to go to Arsenal Messiah training academy. Then when you enter, they accept you. You enter, you get dormitory. And you leave from far distance. You get paid to stay there. Enough from there, they put you in a dormitory. You stay there. Everything is free of charge.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I gotta go there.
Myself thinking about going there too.
So what do I there?
I want them English.
You go in there English? Don't waste your time. Your voice can sound just bush.
Oh, that one get to tell me with good news I gave you, so.
Then you give me advice too. You give me idea. Your voice can sound.
Okay, so the numbers to call tonight to put your points through are 0778 070604. The numbers to call tonight to participate on the show are 0778 070604 or 088 111 0803. The numbers to call tonight for you to participate on the show, we have with us our guest who is Titus K, Payzine Sr. He works for Saclpea as specialist. He's here tonight with us. Our numbers to call tonight are 0778 070604. Those are the numbers to call. You can now call. The lines are declared open, and I will call the number slowly. The numbers to call tonight are 0778 070604 or 088 111 0803. Those are the numbers that you can put your points through here tonight to contribute on the show as our guest is discussing youth empowerment and its benefits to community development. So that was a promote from Saclpea. Let's take this first caller here. He has been hanging on this line, he or she. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, your name and where have you joined us from? Hello. Okay, so I believe this is somebody who wanted to call differently. So the numbers to call tonight are 0778 070604 or 088 111 0803. That is the number to call. And all the time we will talk politics here on the show. We don't mind politics business. Okay, don't beep also. We want you to call, please. Call and put your points through. Either you comment, you suggest, or recommend. So we will not beep. When you beep us, we will not call you. Okay, so let's take a musical break here, and then let's take a musical break here while we are with our callers.
One love, one heart. together and feel alright. Hear the children crying, one love. Hear the children crying, one more. Give your thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Let them all pass on there. Dirty remarks. There is one question I would really love to ask. One.
Okay, so we will take down the music. There is one question that we really love to ask. We have to have one love, and let's get together and let's continue to love one another. Good evening to the people of the Jackson Fiado Hospital there in Tappita, Nimba County. Good evening to all of you workers at the Jackson Fiado. We appreciate you, from the security to the ambulance driver and to the medical doctors, the nurses, the physician assistants, and the cleaners, and just one and all. We want to say thank you so very much for coming on here tonight. If you are in Yekepa and like our man Tappita, where the rains are falling, if you are in Saclpea, like our man Uriah Goah, and all of you who are in Zekepa at the main studio of Voice of Yarwin Mehnsonnoh, want to say good evening out of our radio Larwheyii, like our brother Yeegbeh Jr. Want to say good evening to all of you. And sometimes the conversation goes this way, that it resonates very well with you. Waking up in the morning, getting energized, and getting prepared to stop all of those things that's going to waste your time, that will not help you to grow. You got to drop it. You got to drop it, because when you are in power, not only you and your family will be depending on you, there will be several other people who will be depending on you. Some of the medical doctors that we have today in our country, some of them are from Ethiopia. They left their families there. They are capturing to people. Some of them are from different countries, so Africa, and the list goes on and on and on. So the numbers to call tonight are 0778 070604. Whatever you tune in tonight, we love you all. And it's not possible that we can name all of you on this platform, but just know that it is important that we are here because of you, and you are there because of us. All of our friends and family in Tappita and beyond Tappita who are listening to Radio Larwheyii, all of our friends and family who are at Voice of Yarwin Mehnsonnoh and beyond in Bond County, Grand Basso, who are equally listening to Voice of Yarwin Mehnsonnoh. The scene with Saclpea Radio and the scene with Radio Yarmein. We'd love to say thank you so much for joining us here tonight. And Bro Titus is back on. We hope that his internet is really giving him problem. The internet is bad in Yekepa tonight, but we are good. Yeah, and it's now 10 on the dot, and we will call him from here that he will give us his parting comments, because time is very important in this game. So, Bro Titus, you can just go off the line. Okay, I think he's back on. Can you hear us? Bro Titus, can you hear us? Are you hearing us? So it's time already. So we will take him off and then call him directly, that he can give his party comments on the show tonight, because time is man's enemy in today's game, and we will call him directly that he can now give his party comments. Thanks to all of our co-hosts and all of our listeners, our viewers, one and all. We appreciate you for coming on here tonight. We hope that as you leave from here, you're going to have a positive mindset about your community. You're going to take advantage, for example, of the Saclpea Vocational Training Academy in Yekepa, that you can be in power free of charge. You're going to pay a cent. You just have to take the test and be successful. No bribery there. It's a straight process. Okay, so we are waiting for Bro Titus' call. As soon as he calls us here tonight, we will be calling us a day. We want to say, Saclpea, you can take leave of us, because we know very well that you have the ladies' night program there. So thanks, Uriah Goah, for all that you continue to do Brother Titus is back on here. We hope that he can be able to make it. Brother Titus, can you hear us?
Yeah, there's a break in though, but I'm hearing you now. You know, it looks like your internet is also giving difficult times on that side.
No, mine is actually good because I can see it here. My line is green, but we'll give you time now to just give your party comments quickly. Maybe you wanted to ask something that we did not touch. It's all over to you.
Actually, because of the land has been so bad, so
it's also bad again. It is also bad again. Oh my God. This is a challenging moment for all of us. But never mind, this is what it is sometimes. Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon. Wherever you have been joining us from, or you will join us later on today. My name is Ambassador Edmund Walakewon Gbarwee. It has been a wonderful time having you all here tonight on the truth of the matter. Payzine came here, drill us through. He now works for Saclpea, Liberia, is still giant steel company of the world. He is working there as a procurement specialist. That is a joy. A man from Zekepa, a man who was supposed to be a man called a man of nobody. He's now working as a procurement specialist for Saclpea, Liberia. So we want to say thanks to all of you who joined us here tonight. So let's take Titus here. I don't know what is happening. Let's try to take him from here. And for Voice of Yahweh Mehnsonnoh, please hold us in. For Radio Larwheyii, if we do not have a program right now, just hold us in for 5 minutes. Now we can take the party comments for Titus quickly, and then we call it a day from this end.
Press start to copy this song.
Okay, so I think we have you here now. You can just give your party comments on here because the lines are terribly bad.
Okay, what I want to say is that youth empowerment is a cardinal responsibility for all of us, because the youth is the bedrock of development in any country. So we must invest. It is our responsibility, all of us responsibility, from the upper to the lower, to be able to empower our youth efficiently so that tomorrow they can be the ones to replace us. A country where the youth is overlooked and is not empowered is a losing country. And Liberia, as a matter of fact, have the opportunities and the resources to invest into our youth to ensure educationally, morally, and physically ensure that our youth represent us efficiently so that they can rise up and develop this country. So we must invest in our youth, we must empower them, we must train them, we must send them to good schools, we must improve our institutions, our learning institutions, our social institutions in a way that we empower our youth to return those things, those values that they will grab from there so that they can exhibit it in our community. So it is important to determine a growth of a country, development of a country depends on the empowerment of the youth. Thank you very much.
Wow. So before you go, we want to say thank you so much for taking up your time at this hour of the night to be with us here on the truth of the matter. We'd like to recognize your presence, your effort you have been using in terms of youth development. We did not just call you here because we wanted to have just caught you. We caught you because we have followed your track record. You were one of those who helped in partnership with the Reverend Samuel Gbarwee Leadership Empowerment Team and sent 100 students to school in Yarwin, Mehnsonnoh 2 years ago. Some of those students have now graduated from high school, and some of them are currently in university. Some of them who were in university that you provided those financial aid to, some of them have graduated and working as teachers in some of our schools in Senegal and other public places. We'd like to say your effort did not go in vain. And we'd like to say schools are about to again open. our families, our relatives and friends, they are challenged with the hard economic situation. We are praying to all of us that we can be a help to somebody some way. We know times are hard, but we want to have a more of Titus K working for the steel giant company Saclpea. We want to have more of Cyrus Dolo working for Saclpea. We want to have the more of Larwheyii Barika. We want to have the more of Yekepa pay. We want to have the more of all of our engineers, our Liberian engineers. We want to have the more of Samuel Peter, who hails from Yekepa, a very small village. Those are people that we have just rumbled through, that we know the work for Saclpea, Liberia. Mata Zike, who hails from Zekepa, a daughter of Bentu. And let's go on and on and on. We want to say thank you so much for taking up your time this night. May God bless you and bless your family.
Let me just come there. Let me just come there again. I've been assisting a lot of people. I don't have to say, but I think I got something for this year's school fee for students at your level, and you can contact me from here, and I will just give you some support to students who will have to it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And remember, those support goes to scholars. When we go to these schools to do this selection, we give current event questions. We don't just go and hand pick you. And there are scholars that we have identified from the Gone School Closing Program in Zekepa. We want to say, Brother Titus, more of you and more of everything. May God bless you and God bless you again. We are always open to you on this platform. Feel free, contact us, and we'll continue to work together. Thank you so much and have a good night.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Okay, bye. So again, it has been a wonderful time. Thanks to Rufus Bob Dorliea. Thanks to Imalati here. Fred Yeegbeh Jr. and all of you, our manager Imalaka Louise, and all of you who took up your time today to clean the Zekepa Legislative Office. That will be another topic for next week Wednesday. Trust us. What you did today has gone in history. I have not seen any media institution in Liberia that will leave their premises and undress themselves, take license, and go to work at a legislative office of a district and brush it for hours. What you did today is going to pay off for you tomorrow. Good night. May God bless all of you. And watch up. Another big news is up from Titus K. And you can also do the same. Matthews Nege, say I'm Matthew Nege from Lofa Kante, Kola Humsete, Lofa Kante. Thank you for joining us on Way There in Lofa Kante. Join us again next week, same time, same place. And this is Nimba.
Give the police that brand new car.
But here, this other good news again. Our friendly company, Saclpea Liberia, and the Liberian National Police, just finished having good talk in Bapa and Larwheyii, and their talk was on keeping our community safe from any wahala, kuyukaya, didiba, taki, or trouble from the company area.
But just the other time, Saclpea and the Liberian National Police also help to train all the security people at their company working place in Buchanan Grand Bassa County. And Dana Saclpea Liberia empower the police with cars to make their work very easy.
Police big man for Liberia thank the elders of Bapa and Larwheyii for keeping the peace, and he also called on them to remain at peace for development to come to them quick.
Saclpea Liberia new boss man thank the community people and the police for the good work they have been doing. And he encouraged them to increase their working with the company and developing Liberia.
Yeah. Saclpea Liberia, the Liberian National Police, the community police, and the citizens are ready, good to hold together strong for development to come in our communities in Nimba and Grand Bassa counties. These groups all say no to all forms of violence and protest.
Thank you, Saclpea Liberia and the Liberian National Police, including our community people, for keeping the peace in Saclpea host communities.
So that was a promote from our sponsor at Saclpea. We want to say thank you. May God bless you. Good night from my end. My name is Ambassador Edmund Gbarwee. Thanks to our co-host Emmanuel T. Jr. at Radio Larwheyii and entire management and staff. Congratulations to Representative Tuan Glikia, the memo enjoy again. So we want to say that's it, and the enjoyment will waste on the people of District number 6. So let's continue to work together, gentlemen. We all have it, and we all have to do the best that we can for our community. We are the community. There's nobody from anywhere that will come to do it for us. If each of us sit there and bob off our leaders and don't do anything, we're not going to go anywhere. We're just digging holes and dropping into it. But don't mind, leaders, you too. We will hold you accountable when you are not doing it right but respectfully. I want to say thanks to Rufus Dorliea and his team there at Radio Voice of Yahweh Mehnsonnoh. Carl Lewis, I got your back, brother. Thank you so very much for all that you did today. That was pure leadership. And we hope and pray that citizens will see public buildings as their own. Those are taxpayers' money. If you have your politics and you think it's a way to play it to degrade other people who have made effort to develop a community, you are living dead, I can tell you. Then you're not worth of living. You got to be strong and wake up and be able to be a part of community development. That is the only way a nation can develop. A government cannot do all. So when our representatives, our friends, our relatives comes and do something in our community, we got to cherish it and protect it. We don't have to let it to die because we want everything of somebody's to die. That will be another topic for another day. Thanks to Uriah Goah, thanks to Laha Masakwe. Good night from my end. And this is the music that will leave you with as always, because we need to hold together as we move forward. Good night.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying. One love. Hear the children crying. One heart. Give your thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Let them all pass on there. Dirty remarks. There is one question I would really love to ask. Is there a place for hopeless sinners who has cared on mankind just to serve his own belief?